Hey guys, Dark here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on highway to Baku. Playing for today, spawning on the right we have DarkRegion playing as Soviets, who has mechanized support, airborne troops, and counterattack. Teaming up with him is Kral Rojov, who has guard motor coordination, shock off for Frontline, and airborne troops. Facing off against them we have MotoMoto playing as COH2, who has Overwatch, for ground forces, and elite armored, and finally LTC playing as Ostheer, who has Blitzkrieg, Jaeger armor, and German infantry. In terms of rankings here, random team both sides. Both teams having one around rank 20 player and one around rank 80 player, so very even matchup overall. And yeah, both their rank 80 players seem to be Smurfs on top of that, so good old Smurfs, eh? Common engineers try to push forwards, but take quite a lot of damage on the run now. Just trying to set up some sandbags on the VP there. Ostheer Empire's closing in on these conscripts. The conscripts coming in from this capture point, but now not in the fight. Wrapping around this side, I think that's a bad idea. Need to come back across this side. Now he's going to, get turned around and find himself in another 3v1. Looks like he's going to push further forwards. Meanwhile, up in the north, not too much is happening. They're just inching forwards. These conscripts did leave their heavy cover position. But pushing forwards over here, getting some territory decapped at least. Well, the engagements wouldn't be too good for him. G42 pushing forwards, but conscripts might be able to squeeze around the side there. Here come the conscripts. Molotovs, very early Molotovs from DarkRegion. MG takes a good chunk of damage. Combat engineer coming in from the side. LTC getting a little bit overwhelmed. MG on the run now. And these conscripts might not have enough pushing power to continue the fight. DarkRegion not going for a fourth conscript here. Empire's in a little bit of trouble. Looks like he's going for early medics. Not even that early. Oh, leg retreat on the combat engineers now as well. Getting a little bit lucky to get away there, I think. But overall, does appear to be a pretty reasonable start. Looks like the allies starting to take control a little bit now, but good early pushing there from MotoMoto, decapping the allies' fuel for quite a long time. 3 folks into a JLI build from MotoMoto. Locking into Overwatch. Pretty common build. Got the tech truck out. But he hasn't upgraded it, so no G43 yet. And here come the folks. Community is pushing forwards. Overwhelming these conscripts in the center. DarkRegion also getting forced off. Locked into his commander. Going for counterattack. Putting down tier 2. Maybe only went for 3 conscripts. I'm going to go for like some early shock troops. But it does mean a little bit less field presence early on. Hoorah, back behind the heavy cover. Interesting. Conscripts actually performed pretty well here up against the unupgraded Jaeger lights as well. Holding on top of the field, trying to stall out for as long as possible there. Good idea after getting flushed out of cover by the incendiary grenade. And here come the shock troops for DarkRegion. Concussive grenade in the south, they heard go off. Conscripts on the run wants to conserve some manpower, it's a good idea. Opportunities trigger the mine. Squad in some trouble. Close call. If one more conscript shot landed, that would have gone down there. Green medkits, you don't see those used too often, but I think that's a reasonable timing for them. For models on the front lines. Comes back in though before the healing completes, so I don't know about that. I think I'll be trying to milk the full value out of it if I'm going to spend it. 15 munis. Conscript squad oorahing backwards. Just curious, I guess he wants to send the shock troops forwards. Leave the low health squad to cap back there, but it looks like DarkRegion. Okay, there he goes now. Got onto it. Half track out from LTC though, interesting, and no flamer upgrade coming through. Looks like he's spending his munitions on LMGs and whatnot instead, so reinforcement half track, let's see how it runs on this map. Trying to hide behind this side blocker here. Now closing the distance, conscripts coming in from the side as well. Now the LMG popping for LTC. Gonna try to fight this one from around the half track. Need to bring back the machine gun. It's doing that now.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Oof, bad position to set it up, and I think behind that fence it's not gonna have sight. G34 coming in from the side, suppressing the conscripts. Maybe he's hoping to bait these squads in, but they can just come around on the flanks, so slightly awkward positioning on the MG42 there. Didn't get punished or anything though, just didn't really help in the fighting at all. These conscripts try to push in, but quickly run into those LMG grenadiers, have to turn around. And the allies leaving the fuel unprotected here. Conscripts try and rotate across, but get suppressed instantly. Squad trying to push onto the fuel, but also unsuccessful. Looks like there's this coming in for DarkRegion. Fair idea. Tier 3 down for Kral. Quick look at the KD here. You can see DarkRegion. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, where's his manpower going? But he is suffering in the KD department. And that's a big old OKW blob. Looks like he's going to go for the T70 though to counter that, and that's a very wise choice. Cast a grenade out onto the conscripts, forcing them away. Really need that T70 fight back over there though. Shock troops up in the north, forcing a couple of retreats. The squad almost got wiped there as well. And still using the half track for reinforcement. Big lights coming out of camo there, doing a lot of damage to these conscripts. They should just retreat right now before they drop too many miles to the Jaeger snipes. Comes the T70 and he's just charging in with it here. Luckily MotoMoto wasn't paying attention, maybe. Didn't get the Faust off. Combat engineers also getting extremely low. Now a little bit late starting the chase. Could have maybe picked off 2 or 3 more models. That's alright. At least they're going to be able to reconnect their fuel. But yeah, so far the allies feels like they have been decapped on their fuel a little bit more than the Axis. Wrapping around here, pack repositioning. Surely he has sight of it from back there, right? Still allow the T70 to get hit there. Nice attack ground attempt. Close call. It's good triggering the mine. Though, you know, in spite of having maybe slightly superior fuel control, Axis quite far behind on VPs, over 100 behind already. There's one thing in the Allies' favour at this stage. Tier 3 going down now from DarkRegion, but quite a late Tier 3. I wouldn't expect him to go for a vehicle from it. He's going to try hide behind here, maybe launch a rifle grenade over the gap.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
territory. Oorahing backwards. Maybe trying to get out of range of the machine gun there, which pushes forwards again. Just caught out in an awkward position though. LMG's coming in from multiple angles. Rifle grenade in there as well. Ouch. Might as well just retreat, otherwise you're just going to drop a tremendous amount of manpower here. Suppression kicking in as well from down here. There we go. DarkRegion having to pull back. So far it feels like the shock troops haven't been super effective, but I've been paying like super close attention. T70 coming back in, Pack coming forwards. T70 getting quite aggressive here, diving in after the MG a bit. Double greens coming down. To get the Faust off. Pack maybe going to get one shot through as well. Not quite. Oh, and the Zis barrage catches the retreating Pyos. They go down. Shock troops doing a good job hiding behind the sight block of the machine gun. Can't get any damage onto them. And now lobbing a smoke grenade trying to close the distance. He doesn't quite have enough support though. Drops the Grenadiers into the half track and backing away. That's an interesting play. If you're going for a play like this, might pay to split like MG out to one side, half track out to the other. Ooh, kind of baiting the shock troops into the fact base, in fact. Okay, interesting idea. Still got some pretty good damage in with that grenade though. Trying to go for the bundle nade into the retreat. A little bit too late with that timing. DarkRegion with a bit of resources floating. Kind of needs to get his tier 4 down. Just going for the early tier 4, you know, you've got to get that down as fast as possible so you can get those 7-man conscripts as fast as possible. Another mine getting triggered. Might pay for him to pick up another combat engineer to do some sweeping. So there's 2 or 3 is triggered down here. And if his T70 hits that, he'll be very sad. MG in a nice position though. Also a machine gun down here now. And an infantry support gun out the back. Allies have managed to push forward so quite far. Got some good territory at the moment and looking to set up the triple cap as well. Axis didn't go for any light vehicles, so the T70 is helping the Allies right now. But I imagine Axis team very close to their medium tanks. Just need to get their tech done. MotoMoto probably around 20 fuel away from his Panzer IV if he's gonna go for it. Damage from the Raketen. Didn't back away super far. For the repairs though. Raketen could push up and do some more damage, and there we go. Gonna back away a bit further. Shock Troop trying to close the distance on 3 LMG Grenadiers. Oh, I don't know about that one. Ouch, he's just dropping like a huge amount of manpower doing this. Horrible idea. I believe LMGs have like a little bit more penetration, right? So, you know, shock troops with their armor are not going to perform quite as well because of that enhanced penetration. But yeah, maybe you could have like lobbed a smoke grenade and just like threatened, just trying to contain the territory a bit more. Oh boy. Okay, looks like we might get away here. Close call on that Zis though. Okay, he has pushed forwards, not quite in range of the T70 though. And now LTC pushing forwards again. More green medkits, interesting. Still hasn't locked into a commander. But it's a, you know, timing where you might want to consider starting to bank up some munitions. Maybe if you're going to pop like close air support. I have 200 munis by the time you hit those command points. Going for a bit of a pot shot there. Another shoe mine, exact same spot from MotoMoto. Still no sweeper. Kral. And the half track now, you know, kind of out of the light vehicle phase. Just so much harder to kill at this stage, and now are allowing some really strong control from LTC on the front lines. Oh, and I heard a B4 firing there. Harder to kill? What was I talking about? DarkRegion flattens that with the B4. Almost fit one after that. Is losing on the front lines. Oh, why did he retreat both those grenadiers? Strange decision. Triggers that mine again. Panzer IV out from MotoMoto. Double anti-tank guns from LTC.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
He's going for a tier 4, maybe. But yeah, we do have Jaeger armor, so, you know, Stuka dive bomb is an option to try and deal with that howitzer. And, you know, not too far away in terms of the command points from that as well. But yeah, as I said, LTC using those green med kits, stuff like that. Getting his munis. He's not going to be able to afford to do that. And also put down a bunker here. He's just going to try to put an MG bunker covering this flank, but... Oof, another B4 shot slamming down there. Got one model, enough to get Vet 1 on the howitzer. Incendiary artillery dropped out the back there. So the scatter wasn't very good though. I guess he was targeting the infantry support gun, but didn't really do anything. Tank gun trying to get an angle on this Panzer IV. Goes. Oh boy, he's going to let these Fox units get close enough for the Faust. Looks like MotoMoto decided it wasn't worth the risk. Before ready to rumble again. Facing up towards the north this time. So he's going after these grenadiers. Be careful though, you know, the B4 scatter could even hit his own conscripts. Sounds like LTC heard the B4 in the fog. I couldn't really hear it, honestly. And he hit the retreat and avoided any damage from it, basically. Recon mode on the T70 here. Oh wow, does he have sight of that from the Jaeger lights? I thought maybe that wall would have blocked the sight there, but it looks like there isn't a sight block of that wall. Interesting. Okay, Panzer IV chasing in after the T70 now. Is this spinning around, repositioning? Panzer IV finishes the job long range there. Double anti-tank guns in fact, but only one of them connect for any damage. Machine gun meanwhile getting overrun here. Could in fact get wiped. Yeah, there it goes down. But here comes the KV-1 B4. You look at that. It's directly on his own squad. Barely does any damage. What's the friendly fire on B4? Must be 2% or something. That's crazy. Good smoke grenade in there, overrunning the OKW troops. Good shot from the Panzer IV though, dropping a lot of models. And double packs are going for the sandbags, I guess, but shock troops about to round the corner on them here. MG in a nice position though to shut that down.
Is reporting for duty.
B4 about ready to fire again, repositioning. I think he's going to go after the double packs. Trying to bait for that with the KV-1.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Just heading up to the north now, not B4 into the center. Ooh, that was a close call. We're coming up to the north now, and DarkRegion is a little bit exposed in terms of anti-tank, only with the one Zis. Doesn't even have anti-tank grenades yet either, so it's going to have to be a little bit cautious at this stage. Probably a wise idea to try and save his resources. SU-85 next. Good shot from the ISG there, clearing out the conscripts. Must have been performing pretty well so far. Oh, and speaking of howitzers, we've got one from MotoMoto now. Rising up here in the north. So there's not too much up there for it to hit at the moment though. It's connecting. Oh, bad angle for the machine gun. Here comes the IS-2. Oh boy, does squad go down to the howitzer? No. Oh boy, it's action right across the battlefront here. Hard to keep track of. That's a bad idea. Try and clump up and in the light cover there. Trying to complete the capture here. That's quite risky against the IS-2. IS-2 doesn't have the machine gun upgrade yet though, so doesn't have that consistent DPS. But yeah, ISG 12 kills, and he didn't get that super early either. Before thumping away there, not hitting too much though. That first hit on the half track hasn't been up to much. Oh boy, KV trying to repair on the front lines. Taking some big hits in LTC. Has indeed locked into Jaeger armor. Not too far away from the munitions. Got the bombing strike now. Pushing forwards here. Managing to sneak around the arc with one of the conscript squads. Playing very, very conservatively with the IS-2 though. There goes now. The recon plane up for DarkRegion. Across to the centre though with the IS-2. Can I understand it somewhat? He doesn't want to run over any mines. He still doesn't have a sweeper, but out the back there again, doesn't look like it hit too much though. Still just the 3 kills before failing to hit even when he's got the recon plane up in the air. LTC pretty close. Oh, there you go, the LFH getting some damage in though. 3 kills now after that. This is in trouble now. IS-2 backed away a little bit too early. Needs to cover the Zis's retreat here. Missing quite badly there. Six kills for the LFH, already more than the howitzer though, I suppose. Killing the half track is a pretty big scalp. LTC, you know, just a little bit of munis away now from the recon run plus the bombing strike. DarkRegion hasn't invested into a quad to shoot down those planes. Hasn't invested into anything, just floating a huge amount of resources at this stage. I thought he'd go for the SU-85 to help tame the Boombear, but hasn't gone for that either. So it's quite bad to see that much float at this stage. The IS-2 is not up to much here, it has to be said. Missing most of its shots. Some repairs on the front lines. Kitten pushing forwards on it here. Here comes the Werfer. And after these repairing squads. Pretty good connection too. Zis in some trouble now as well. What's he doing? Is he attack grounding something? I'm not sure. What's he doing with this Zis? That's in some trouble. Could get decrew. He's got the conscripts there for the merge. He's not going to use it though. Big mistake. Not going to keep the veterancy on that. Try to back away with that now. B4 again missing, it looks like. 4 kills now. He's been doing a tiny bit of health damage. He's inching up in veterancy, but yeah, just has not hit anything after that first strike. And here we go, LTC with the recon plane coming through. B4 is about to go down. Here comes the Stuka dive bomb, and also a very, very deep sector assault as well. Maybe hoping to pick off the IS-2 that's repairing out the back here. There goes that. IS-2 does survive. Still close to support the planes. Now the KV's going to back through the targeted area, it looks like. Push back. Oh, he goes for a quad now, but that, man, they're so late. He had like 800 and something manpower. Okay, well, diving in here with the Panzer IV IS-2 with the main gun destroyed, can't defend itself. But look what we got here. Katyusha, freshly produced Panzer IV, strikes it lucky there. And he's still pushing forwards. And I believe these squads a bit more in the base. Okay, there we go. Recruits the anti-tank gun, even though it's under fire at the moment, and finishes off the Panzer IV. But I mean, he probably got value out of that, taking out the Katyusha. Got a tremendous amount of models dropped. Looks like the stern pies went down on retreat though. So it's a bit of a blunder. Here comes the Werfer. DarkRegion going for a Katyusha, which is a good choice against the double anti-tank guns. Maybe they'll be a bit more successful than the B4 was. Still, I think, needs an SU-85 against this Bomber. And for the Grenadiers instead. The thing is, it's generally not like super good to target Grenadiers with like those close range hardy barrages. So they do have to receive damage bonus. They're less likely to get wiped in those kind of situations. I know that a lot of memes are made about, you know, Grenadiers, oh, 4-man squad, not very durable, but in these situations they're actually better than other squads. Least likely to get wiped by the rockets. The AFH coming down as well. Another B4 from DarkRegion. That is just a horrible idea. Jack Panzer out and out from MotoMoto. Out to fire coming down. That allied team is not moving at all here. The VPs are very close to even now. Axis with a large period of dominance at this stage. Oh, but there we go, another wipe against MotoMoto. Actually, he's going down IS-2, doing some good work here. So is the Howitzer though. Even kills. I was finally pushing out of the targeting zone there. The Allies need to get this triple cap removed as quickly as possible. Good machine gun coverage there from MotoMoto. The B4 shell coming through. I think he's trying to target the opposing howitzer fighter before the recon plane even came up. Ooh, big shot from the IS-2. There it goes. Getting some work done now. Couple big wipes because of it. There's a Werfer into the south. Oh my god, look at the rocket scatter on that, landing in like a ring around the conscripts. Werfer can do that sometimes. Only 7 kills so far. She's up to 7 kills already. Does have the quad this time at least, so you know, maybe can shoot down the recon planes before they spot how it's a maybe. I don't think you'll be able to rely on that next patch, you know, with the quad getting its anti-air nerfed by a good chunk. Gets into the munitions point. It's in fact dodging out to the side completely here. Interesting. I don't know if you can really look down here, but nice landscape. There's a nice bunker there. Would you call that a fort? Ooh. Oh, there they go. Conscripts down. Ouch. DarkRegion once again with a huge amount of floats. I mean, you know, he could build some more conscripts. SU-85. It goes for SU-85 and conscript now. But yeah, just throughout this game, just way too much float from DarkRegion, and rebuilding the B4, just a horrible idea. Don't really know what he's up to here. Good Katyusha barrage though. Green's in some trouble. They dodge out to the side, but they end up going down just before slamming down so close to the elephant, but just again failing to connect. I feel like he is running maybe slightly below average with the B4, missing this many shots. Has to be careful, standing on his own mine there. Fired on by the Jagdpanzer. Oh, and that time direct hit conscripts go down and fast. Plane's still up in the air, should be still running. Well, the B4 comes through for a big shot. B1 coming back through the center. Also dropping on these Soviet support weapons, and he's got these Jaeger lights providing some long range sight here, which is really nice for MotoMoto. Ooh. 6 kills on the B4. Looks like he got a squad of Grenadiers up there. LTC just about there for another bombing strike, but not quite. Positioning on the IS-2 there. Here comes the elephant though. He's backing away quite quickly after taking that elephant damage. Not quite far enough though. Takes another hit. There's a lot of repairs required now. Still only with the one combat engineer too, you know. Never got a sweeper. Just painful to watch. Caddy here with the recon plane spotting, forcing back these Ostheer troops. But the game seems to have settled in a more even match. You know, the Axis were dominating for a while there, but okay, I'm not sure about that. Going after the Katyusha kill. But you know, after a couple of those wipes from the IS-2, seems like that's leveled the playing field a lot. B4 out the back, going after the Werfer. Panzer and SU-85 trading blows. Pushing forwards, missing a shot long range there. Oh, we've got the planes in deep here with the bombing strike coming in. There goes the B4, and what are the anti-tank planes going to be targeting here? A lot of targets for them. Going after the quad itself. So the quad shooting them down pretty quickly though. So the threat of the anti-tank planes getting diffused, you know, there were like 2 Katyushas. Potentially could have gone down there, but there we go, diffused pretty quickly. I thought that was going to be a pretty strong sector assault, but the quad showing its strength. Probably showing why it's getting nerfed a little bit as well. Decent Katyusha barrage there coming through. That's from Kral now. 7 kills. Those 2 pushing forwards, but Takes a hammering, in fact, could go down here, exposing its rear armor too. Elephant pushing forwards for one last shot. It doesn't even need it. The Faust finishing the job. Horrible misplay with the IS-2, instead of like backing away safely, exposed himself to more firepower and the rear armor. That was a monstrous blunder. Uses his flamer combat engineers as well now. Ouch.
On our territory.
And you know, just when I was saying the Allies were back in the match, you know, they lose the B4, lose the IS-2, and they're rebuilding the B4 again. Oh god. Alright. Maybe he doesn't want to win this game. I remember there's a 2v2 tournament a while back where Von Ivan and Bao Liang teamed up, and that was their strategy, to just like spam B4s. But it didn't work, as you might expect. Wow, did conscripts just go down on retreat to that? To the Werfer branch? I think they might have. A bunch of corpses up there. Oh, that's a big old booby trap. Conscript's extremely low after that. But it looks like they are going to continue the capping. VP's still very, very tight between the two teams here. Looks like it's going to stall for another IS-2, but going to be a tough minute and a half or so until that comes back out onto the field. Barrage going after the EMG, but it's already pushing forwards. Looks like it's dancing away through any damage. Okay, now we've got Incendiary dropped on it as well. Dodging out to the side this time. Take a good chunk of flame damage on its way through, and so do the retreating Folks. The Howitzer coming down again. 19 kills so far. Oh, he's on counter barrage, is he? Going after the Katyusha, it looks like. Katyusha has dodged out of harm's way, though. Always pays to queue up a move order with your rocket artillery after you dodge, especially if you're up against an Axis howitzer. Oh boy, he just left it on the front lines after that. The Elephant pushes forwards and kills it. I mean, there's just nothing here screening at all. Or as I say, he did a good job dodging the counterfire from the LFH. He just leaves it completely exposed there. And Allies, I feel like, are in some trouble here. They're taking a bit of a beat down, losing a lot of units in quick succession. And they still have the issue of trying to handle this Elephant, you know. Over to the south. Retreat dodges most of the damage. 15 kills on that Werfer now, though. B4 0 kills, ready to fire. DarkRegion a little bit inactive with his units at the moment, if I'm honest. I feel like KV hasn't seen much action for a while now. B4 spinning around. After the opposing howitzer again, I think. Going after the infantry support gun, maybe, not hitting it. 25 kills on that Vet 5, by the way. And this is what I was hoping to see from the KV-1 a bit, like rotating up to the north. Trying to maybe pull the Elephant in that direction. Did get some good work done, though. Opposing howitzer firing on the B4 now with the counter barrage. Katyusha comes a little bit further forwards, going for a central barrage, hoping to catch these overs. They retreat fast and nope, doesn't get them. Bombier just controlling the center so well. Infantry's just never safe through there. But maybe this fresh IS-2 is going to turn things around for the Allies on the battlefield now. And, you know, the Elephant can't be in two places at once, so They might have trouble dealing with the IS-2 on one side and the KV on the other. MotoMoto can't really afford anything else here. He's pretty close to the pop cap limit. You could squeeze in one more Rakitten, I suppose. Oh, that was a money shot from the B4 that time. Direct hit on the Elephant, huge damage. Might have taken down a squad of Pyos as well. And both the anti-tank guns are decrewed up here as well. This is a really good time to strike for DarkRegion. The Elephant spinning around on the KV. H285 looking to take out the decrewed packs. KV backing away. You know, he's got this big shot blocker here. He could manipulate that a bit more. Oh, H285 trading blows with the Elephant. Both of them quite low. So the B4 got decrewed by the counter barrage. And MG coming in from the side there, getting the suppression on. He knew that machine gun was there, right? His KV was firing at it just before. Comes a close range caddy barrage though. Oh, pretty good connection. See maybe the received damage bonus there, saving a lot of models from that Grenadier squad. Okay, KV coming around. Does force away that machine gun. Looks like his conscripts had already retreated though. A little bit strange. Maybe could have held there for a little bit longer considering he's forced them away. And could come in and finish off these decrewed packs as well. Bit of a shame not to see that. Okay, Panzer coming in from the side here, getting some good hits on the SU. SU trying to spin around to return fire on it, but that's just a horrible idea. Took a dive bomb, finishing off the B4. There goes the Su-85. Really, that was just such a bad play. You just need to continue backing away there with hopes of escaping. You know, you can't just turn around and start trading when you're already about to die with the Su-85.
We are losing a sector.
Okay, well, let's see if the Allies can gut this one out. Oh boy. Elephant just comes through and hammers away the KV-1 there. It's going to be up to the southern Soviet player to get something going here, but he just drives head on in here and takes a walloping. Black Panther's starting to get a lot more scary now that's vested up. Good incendiary barrage though, clears out the Rakitten. DarkRegion still has that Katyusha. It's up to Vet 2 as well. That's pretty fearsome. Brought another B4 here. That's anti-tank grenades. Is he going to try go for a B4 shot on it? There's a rifle barrage of some description. Conscripts dodge. Katyusha barrage coming in on the machine gun out the back. Here comes the B4. Didn't push forwards with the Zis at all for some more hits on the Elephant though. So direct hits, not enough damage. Needed like 2 more hits, or probably like 1 more hit to penetrate. Probably would take this more than 1 shot to actually get through the armor. Got the recon plane up, bounce from the Zis. Still has 1 more shot maybe. No, he's going to back away. I think it probably would have been worth sacrificing the Zis there. The Elephant moving that slowly would have got 1 more shot on with the recon plane up in the air, but pulls back and the Elephant survives. Bit of a blunder there with the anti-tank gun control from DarkRegion. He could have pushed forwards with that just so much earlier. But the plane's deep into Allied territory here. Are they going to kill the Katyusha? That's the big target here. I think he had sight of them for the targeting. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, 4 Mother Russia activated and DarkRegion pushing out massively. Quad is taking down those planes very, very quickly though. I think it might have taken some damage, but quick defusal. Oh man, that B4 from that 1 Elephant shot alone. Vet 2 ready to fire again. He's got sight of it here. That Could finish the job from that amount of health. Has two back up to full coming to the south and hasn't recrewed the Raketen down here. So MotoMoto a little bit exposed.
IL-2 ready for reconnaissance.
There we go, P4 coming through again. 0 kills though, looks like it didn't do too much. DarkRegion trying to steal away this anti-tank gun here. One shot in. Oh, the bounce from the side. I think that would have been enough damage to kill the Brombeer. Bounces again. Heartbreak for DarkRegion. So much luck for LTC. Oh boy, and there we go. Counter barrage takes out the Katyusha. Didn't dodge. Or maybe just parked too close to the B4, which is getting counter barraged. And he ends up losing it there. Certainly something you can't forget about, you know. To move it around before popping the blitz. That was a good choice, avoiding the snare. Those two coming back up through the center this time. A good time to do so while the elephant's out back for repairs. Jagpans are rotating around though.
The enemy has 75-point MG squad awaiting orders.
Fragment's starting to tank a bit now this deep into the match. Shots onto the elephant. Recon plane up for DarkRegion, ready to fire the B4 again. Hammers down. Got some damage onto the elephant as well. Maybe a tiny bit. Orion Forge for the snare. That's not quite enough damage on the Werfer. Still ticking. Allies though with the triple cap. Axis are draining out fast here down to 53. MotoMoto pushing in the south. He does have the Zist there defending. Spins around now. It wasn't camo. Engine damage on the Panzer IV. A little bit late. Does get it, but a bounce here. Can he finish off the Panzer IV here? I think he's going to lose sight of it. She should force them back the Obers, but doesn't force them all the way back, and they will heal up. They stay out of combat for a while. B4 missing another big shot. Got the LFH counter barraging again. And this time he destroys the B4 altogether. 33 kills now on their LFH. Definitely showing its strength this game. Gonna be a bunker buster. Clearing up the Zis. But still, allies throwing more troops into the center, trying to keep the drain going. Holding on. 8 VPs remaining for the Axis team here. IS-2 coming through the center, but the elephant's out the back, and there's the Jagdpanzer as well. IS-2's not going to last too long up here. But there goes the Sturmpost doing some capping. Conscripts on the retreat now. Axis in the center, trying to go for the capture. Can they get it? 2 VPs. Oh, they've stalled out on the other one, in fact. MG here, not able to pin in time. 2 VPs remain for the Axis team. DarkRegion up in the north doing some capping. Squad's getting wiped left and right in the capping war here. But the IS-2 did go down. He kind of sacrificed it there, I think, hoping to drain out those last 2 VPs. That could backfire quite badly. Second Panzer IV out for MotoMoto now. And Kral, it looks like he's trying to save for another IS-2. I don't know about that. 41 VPs left on the clock. I think maybe spitting out even like a T-34 might be okay. Sacrificial ram or something. Barrage coming down. Conscripts up in the north. Holding on. Bringing in the quad now. You can see DarkRegion just desperate to do something. Just got to be careful. The elephant will one-shot from that amount of health. Okay, oh, that's a fast wipe. Excuse me. Elephant coming up in this direction now, though. It's probably going to go down. Speaking of going down, the conscripts took that down, maybe? Here goes the Brumbier. Conscripts trying to cap in the center. The Howitzer, the Zist just hammering away at the Yak Panzer. Not dodging at all, but the Over's coming through with a big bundle grenade. Duke a dive bomb up in the north, neutralizing the VP up there. Conscripts trying to go for the capture in the center, but it's probably not going to matter too much. This hanging on by a thread. Looking to take down the Panzer IV. Ends up getting decrewed, but Combat Engineers quickly jumping back on the gun. Over's in the center holding on, and there we go. Big shot from the Howitzer. Oh, and it finishes off the conscripts altogether. There goes the Panzer IV. Got another T-34 out for DarkRegion. 10 VPs left for the Allies. Elephant finds an angle on the T-34, forcing that around the corner. Is this recruit? Not on prioritized vehicles though. Switching back over to the Panzer IV. Eyes on the drain. Trying to go for the center, but the Axis has just got way too many troops here. Another IS-2 for Kral, but as I said, you know, that extra few seconds, it's just too late. Bringing it in too late now. We're going to drain out before it even hits the front line. Can't win without guard. Oof. Harsh words there. From LTC as well. Yeah, I feel like he got a little bit lucky, you know. Elephant bouncing a killing blow from the Zis. DarkRegion, I suppose, could have chased a little bit better with the Zis. Maybe got a few more shots on, but same story with his Brumbier. Bouncing 2 killing blows from the Zis. Could have gone down a lot earlier, and this could have been a different game if that was the case, but GG, a very, very tight game there. Real squeaker at the end. Just shells flying. Desperate capping on all of the VPs. Axis end up gutting it out though. Well played, well played. Yeah, just a good game all round. DarkRegion though, just was it 3 or 4 B4s this game? Just yeah, bad idea. You can maybe understand building the first one, you know, hoping that they don't. Yeah, hoping that they don't have a bombing run. Maybe it'll work, but continuing to rebuild them, I don't know. Seems like a bad idea to me. And then, yeah, his Katyusha ended up going down just to the counter barrage, I think targeting the B4. Katyusha being too closely parked to it, quite bad. Katyusha over here as well, just parked on the front lines, going down to the Elephant, also quite bad. There's a nice Panzer IV dive after the IS-2 and base as well. Took down Katyusha over there as well. So, yeah, the Katyushas, you don't want to be a Katyusha vehicle crew in this game. You're probably going to go down. Well, anyway, guys, a wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.